Is everything working? Right, that's up. Let me get the game up. All right, all right, all right. All right. Looks like everything's up. Let's go. Okay. Let us get started. Have a Ruby for a little bit, it would seem. But let's get our first gamers in here. GB4NA and Zgeist. Bah. Is that a Rubert?
That is I. All right. Is it time or is it?
Yeah.
We're doing the open lobby right now.
No, we're just going in. We're already 15. We're already 15 minutes late. We're just going in.
You literally cannot prove that. Hold on. Okay. I hate that I look at my Steam friends and I have odd PMO and I have Parasol Panickers. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious.
I need to figure out when I'm changing this back.
I think you should change it to Will It Krill.
Or maybe I go back to the classics, the No Hands edition.
I think we should go back to E-Boy Tree Boy. That one's my favorite.
That's a pretty good one.
That one was one of my favorite ones. I remember seeing that and I'm like, what is this?
It was one of my idiot friends where I was just hanging out in a voice call and their sleep schedule is borked, so they just roll out of bed, hop into call, start saying something, and then they just call me an E-Boy Tree Boy. I'm like, this is... I needed this.
How do you beat the allegation?
I don't.
You just
I'm terminally online and have an ecology degree. I have an E-Boy Tree Boy.
Just GG's, time to disappear.
No, like, there are legitimately some games that do not let me have dunce as, like, in my name, and so E-Boy Tree Boy is my go-to alt tag, currently. It goes hard.
I was gonna say you should be goofy and be like, all right, I will now be your local ADC. I don't know.
You're a little dude.
Your little what?
Your little dude.
Oh, your little dude. I was like,
Yeah.
I heard something different. I'm like, you cannot be saying this. I have to restart my browser because Twitch gave me an ad and it didn't load. You know how you can prevent these ads, Kathy?
VPN.
I was gonna go with the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know of any ad blocks that work on Twitch right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I know that they've been hard getting on the ad blocks as of late.
Yeah.
But I'm subbed up to Skullgirls Get Gr8, so because subbing up to the channel helps out to add money to the pot and supports JP and little things like that.
Yeah. Everything spent on the channel gets put back into the channel. I think we might have some new graphics and stuff coming up soon. It's kind of been in the works.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, there's stuff like that, like the video we have at the end. Money went towards that. Prize pools, obviously, money goes towards that.
All right, who are we waiting for? And
We're
do we
waiting
get
for
to delete
JP Z guys, but if either of them show up, oh, Z guys just typing.
Oh. Someone started looking for games and Skullgirls related. I had to delete them. Let's see. Who were we? Okay, wait. Where are they? Where's Skullgirls Get Gr8 at? Can I still get it? I mean, we're waiting for the both players, so.
Typing ASMR streaming.
Yes, sir.
Both of us at once, just clackety clackety. I should know how to say that in German, but I do not remember. Spend.
I'm about to hit them in Morse code. Alright. Alright. So who else are we missing? Yo, where is this J-Man at?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's reasonable to get another goober in here for this. Yeah, I was about to do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. That's the only other place that I know them in.
Give them a second, otherwise...
I'm only giving them the second. And no more, no less. I'm gonna hit them with the nut up.
Where?
Where is the goober? Where is the gamer? Are we really gonna have to already ping the beginners? They're like, hey, who win?
Might have to.
We're missing JB Fournay.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how useful that would be, Kathy. Like the issue is, especially with these are people both pretty fresh to the game, so it'll be kind of hard to give advice if they're getting used to game mechanics. Yeah. So I thought this would be a really convenient matching, but JB4 is just Mia.
JB4 right now is JB Sleep. Go beware. Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna ping beginner, and then if it doesn't take, if it's more than like a minute or two,
then I will bring out my day 1, my day 0.
yeah, we'll do the good old classic Get Great beginner series, where you just go through matches, see what they're working on, see how they deal with a couple key things at the start.
Yep. I should bring out my squiggly. My squiggly gonna go crazy. Alright.
Where?
Alright, so where did they go? I was about to say there's no way that they just started looking for games right now. I was gonna scream. Alright, let's see. Alrighty then, chat room. Will it krill? It's never gonna stop being funny. I love that meme.
Cheese is pretty good, but I'm not a person who can eat like a block of cheese on its own. I usually need something else.
I was about to say, look at the lactose intolerant.
I am also slightly lactose intolerant, I think.
Look at the...
The thing that frustrates me about it is was a pretty regular milk drinker, but then I went to college and just started drinking a lot more water instead. And I think because I stopped exposing myself to as much lactose as I had been throughout most of my life, that's when the intolerance started setting in.
Look at us, dunce. We're getting old.
Where?
Can no longer be milk drinkers. No milky.
I mean, I'll still drink milk. It's weird. I don't notice it for most things.
What happened? They better not.
I think
I think
we will just have to.
All right. Yeah, it's my turn. I have to make deal with what we can. Are we taking Maddie? Alright. Are we taking it? This is an open lot. Oh, okay, well. You look okay, get in here!
We'll give them the Get Great beginner thing. So.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Get her, Maddie. You're getting kicked out. I am watching.
So,
Alright. I believe in dots. I'm here to watch.
do they play team or do they play solo?
I think they have a team. I think it's a trio. I lied, it's a duo. Billy Eliza. The Tatery team.
Alright. Philia Eliza. Okay, I'll just go with her
Yeah.
and see what we're working with. Hairball Butchers. Yeah, so I'm just gonna see kind of how you like to play neutral, what your pressure sort of looks like, and then talk through the things we kind of want to be looking for. Calling assist.
Okay.
Tick low. Tick throw.
Okay.
I already really like
The assist calls.
yeah, and we're also not overextending on our block strengths much at all. And I'll try not to do mostly full combos. Yeah,
I was about to say, now it's time to TOD then.
Okay. Looks like we're still kind of getting used to neutral, getting used to our character's movement. It's a big part of Philia's kit. Oh, good dash up.
Oh, wow.
You need to heavy punch there. That's the thing you'll learn eventually, but...
No, we didn't confirm. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah, the one thing I am seeing is that they're definitely patient. They're definitely trying to play the neutral.
Yeah. I think they're doing a lot of figuring out. Alright, we got the hit.
Oh, do we know Eliza? Hey, yo, there's no way.
Oh, we got Bingo! Nice. Aren't just autopiloting into the DMV. This is a...
Oh my god. Okay.
good push flow.
So I'm gonna assume that the Philly is the newer one of the three.
I mean, so they're both really like tentative. They both don't want to do much in neutral. Once you get the hit, you seem to kind of know what you're doing. And so you've probably put a little bit of time into lab. That's great. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far as just a beginner to the game. You're doing a lot of things really well, and I think the biggest part for you, and I might end up saying a lot today, is honestly just going to be more and getting more used to your characters, getting more used to your game plan. But so far, outside of just, you could probably afford to swing a little bit more. Get used to your movement, get used to the buttons you want to press where. Because your pressure, you're not putting yourself at risk with the buttons you're pressing on block. You're doing a pretty good job push blocking me out, at least the couple times I've gone up. Hey, we got combos.
Oh, hold on. The wiki combo?
Let's go! Full
Okay.
Dizzy BMB. Love to see it.
Are they really a beginner?
I wouldn't be surprised if they have some fighting experience, because this is really good progress for the amount of powers they have in the SG.
Whoa! Hold on.
I'm getting mixed!
Yeah, I don't think they're a beginner. Hold on. Pause. Yo, ping the other roll. Ping the other roll.
Alright.
Yo,
Take it a little bit more.
Unblockable?
Yeah, take it up just a little
Okay.
bit. See?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill them both.
Could have killed the first one.
Yeah, I mean, just a warning that could have been the game right there. So, you're figuring out your assist calls, you're working on it.
Yeah, we got the idea. Oh, you had the right idea, but wrong cat.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing a lot of movement neutral. We can afford to be push blocking a little bit more on pressure. And I think we can afford to be swinging a little bit more. Our neutral seems to be a lot more movement than it is button focused, which would make sense if you're coming from a slower fighting game, because a big thing to get used to in Skullgirls is you can special cancel your normals on whiff, so you don't need to be as afraid at all about just throwing stuff out. And then assists also add behind that, where you can just kind of
Okay, I'm making a hard read. Zygus, I don't know if you're in chat or whatever. Are you a Street Fighter player? I'm guessing this is where you're coming from. I feel like this is the way that they're playing the neutral kind of. I feel like would definitely be a Street Fighter vibe.
I am going to commit to hard zoning and see how you deal with basic zoning patterns, just to kind of get an idea for that.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
We're still getting used to it. Oh, we're getting through. Yep, we have an understanding of how zoning game works.
It's like Guile, you gotta be ready. DR, DR, DR!
Jump over.
Okay.
Nice, get in the dead zone.
You got the idea? And they told me her normals are stubby.
That button is so good to use against Parasol, and I love seeing any affiliates who use it against
I
this.
still want to see the one that they were talking about, that Runa, where he stuffs with JMP.
Okay, that was a little bit rude. I can autopilot a little bit. Detonate becomes the thing, but okay, we're and you know that's projectile emblem too. All right, so you're getting used to your tools.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
No.
So I'll tell you from experience, Throne does a pretty good job. Okay, this is going a little bit too far on block. Usually we recommend trying not to commit past a medium on a block. For Eliza, that specifically ends up meaning medium punch. I'd highly recommend you use medium punch in your block strength for medium kick. Medium kick is a lot less safe than medium punches, and can lead into further problems later. But playing patient, we're getting through. A good button to press there is also jump medium kick. If you're trying to approach the zoning from far away, good throw. Jump medium kick does a lot of work.
I was gonna say, since you play Eliza too, Stones, how good does uppercut also do in terms of dealing with tears?
If Parasol is at the range of your cot, they literally cannot shoot a shot. So getting used to your DP and the matchups it controls and the space it controls is a big part of the character. But you're fresh to the game, you're learning a lot of things, so I definitely don't expect that in the slightest. Biggest things I'm noticing so far, you were doing a good job in the first game, maybe the first two games, of push blocking me relatively early. That's a really good habit to get into. If you can try and push block consistently in like the first 2, 3, or 4 hits of the block string, especially for playing against beginners, it's a really good dash up throw.
Nice.
And overhead. It's a really good habit to get into, alleviate a lot of basic pressure. Because so a lot of characters in this game have a lot of just high, low, and I can high low. I can just keep doing that, so I can do that on block too. And so that's why we highly recommend push blocking early, because you get yourself just completely out of range of a lot of that garbage. And it makes people pressure a lot easier to hold. Good mix.
Also, to Wonder Chef, I see you in chat. To answer your question, to get an idea about parcel zoning, there's a guide made by young Lord Variant of CC&D. So they kind of go through like more of para zoning as like introduction and a little bit more advanced. I would recommend watching that, so that way you can get a general idea of what parasols are looking for when they're doing their zoning.
And if you want to think about it, most of it is just a very linear skill shot. So you kind of want to be getting into that space. You'll have to deal with M shot when it becomes a thing, but the second you get close, it's a lot easier to deal with it. Also, any chance you have to low profile. So if you're interested, Zgeist, 2 medium punch for Eliza actually just low profile Sears. Good picks. Am I dead? We got the route? Off the throw? Okay, we don't have the throw.
Eliza does have low profile against Tears. I forget about that.
Yep. It's slow, so you gotta be pretty on point with it, but...
You're telling me.
Nice. Yeah, so...
Almost!
I have to show you this. Skeleton is dangerous. It's really strong, but it's also got some major weaknesses, namely not being able to block.
Not unless I get up close and neck bite you in that.
But, yeah, okay. I think this one I'll be going a lot more aggressive and actually really trying to focus on your push blocking, how you're dealing with offense. And then afterwards I'll do a wrap-up of, I think, the things you should be looking for, because honestly, you're in a really good spot for a beginner. You're getting close, reasonably close to honestly being intermediate in the server already. Okay. Yep, we're getting this out now.
Yeah, Silverwing. I don't know if they know about it. I'm assuming they don't, but it's definitely like I don't know, because with Eliza it always gets weird with her DPs, because you can do TK DP and then you can also do regular DP, and I always get confused on which ones you want to be doing half the time, because there's actually a difference between the two.
Yeah. Okay. So here, definitely you want to be push-blocking. And so I think that's how you can work on a bit more. So like, if you see me, obviously, I'm honestly quite aggressive with how early I push block, but a lot of the times you force me to block. If you've noticed, I'm probably push blocking the first or second hit. It really helps to get people off of you, so it's a great habit to get yourself into. I'll actually be hit.
Like, I did not want to do stuff.
Yeah, I got hit before it was...
Yeah.
So, like, I'm keeping you out. And that is one of the reasons why I say don't use 2 medium kick on block. It is a rough habit. I think by itself it's minus 13 or something. Most jabs in this game are 6-frame startup, so they hit on the 7th frame. It's usually punishable on its own, and because it's a multi-hit and it's slow, there's a mechanic in this game called push block guard cancel, which allows people to basically get themselves out of block stun when they choose after a push block animation. So that's something to keep in mind. Highly recommend for your Eliza block strings, try and get out of the habit of 2 medium kick, try and get into the habit of 2 medium punch. That being said, I really liked a lot of what I was saying. You were already trying to implement mix into some of your routes. You had full routes for both characters, which is perfect. Biggest pain points are trying to get into a better habit for push blocking, trying to figure out what buttons you want to be pressing where. You were getting more into it a little bit, but I think you can swing more than you realize you think you can, or more than you realize. You know what I'm trying to say. Mess around, press a little bit of buttons more, get used to your character's movement. You're on hit game. Like, you understand your combos and stuff really well. And once you get your neutral up there a little bit more, I think you're honestly already pretty close to what we would call intermediate in the server.
Okay, also, I know it's off topic. Zagas, I don't know if I'm still gonna ask. Do you have any other fighting game experience prior to this? I'm curious. I still want to know what the answer is. But yeah, I think, but also in the meantime, to add on to what Dunn said, I think your on hit game is good. You know a bit of the routing, what things you should be doing on that. But yeah, especially getting used to like neutral and other things like that in this game is gonna take a bit. But it looks, but right now it definitely does look like you are getting the hang of it, and then I think maybe 1 or 2 more like Get Gr8 sessions, and then I would also agree that you would be within the starting to get into the intermediate class.
I think the biggest thing that'll help you again is just playing more. The other things to think about if you want other things to work towards, getting an Eliza throw confirm. So you can usually do caught, jump forward into jump medium kick, and immediately into quarter circle backwards heavy punch, cartouche, and it will wall bounce them to you. That is quite an important confirm to get used to. So if you're looking for some extra to lab outside of just your current routes consistent, that's probably a good next step. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just play more. Enjoy the game. I was very happy with what I was seeing. And if you have any other specific questions, please let us know. Yeah, it can definitely feel weird at the start. You'll get there. I trust it. It's probably just you might not realize how fast you can DP out of the throw. But a little bit more time and training, you'll get there. That'll take time. It is what it is. That's how these games work. But again, if you have any other questions, like right now, feel free to shoot them. If it comes up later or when you're rewatching, ping us and we'll get to it sometime like in the next day or so when we have free time to address that sort of stuff, because this is a tool for y'all to learn.
Sorry, I'm helping out someone else that was in there asking questions.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Dutz is going through the robot allegations again.
Oh, thank you, Windows, for running the anti-malware service executable that took up 60% of my CPU.
Me when my voice starts the anti-malware.
So a question I had was, I was actually wondering if, oh wait, no, we have Capybara. Okay, never mind. I forgot Kathy is playing again. This is another beginner open lobby. This is towards the intermediate side of open lobbies for beginners. So 100-ish, 150-ish hours, anywhere in that range. If y'all feel comfortable, hop on in.
For beginner right now.
Yeah.
I thought Capybara said that they were still.
No, they convinced their family, so.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Biso might be a good match for them, but no, if Capybara's back, then.
Well, Biso is also, they signed up for intermediate, so.
Yeah, but Silverwing and Biso were relatively close.
Close. It's okay. I understand.
So I was like, that might be a reasonable match if that ends up working.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I'll pull up. All right.
If you think you're going to be a good match for someone with around 150-ish to 200 hours, Muffin, hop on in. If you need the link, actually.
I know who all of you are. So
I was definitely going to pay attention to that Silverwing. Just to give you a recommendation, the issue with our ranking system, quote unquote, is they're incredibly broad. So you can play against intermediate and get someone pretty close up to my level, and they'll still be considered intermediate in the server. On the other hand, you can have people who have played this game for like a month and just gotten the hand of their B&Bs and stuff. So it's unfortunately quite broad.
Yeah, like me, I'm a beginner.
But yeah, so
Dahlia?
Let's see what's up. Dash in. Dash up, pressure behind brass.
Okay.
Throw.
Grippy?
Is that a blue bounce?
I think so.
We kill here.
Oh, just kills, yeah. 2-bar. Probably could have done it for less, but hey, kill is a kill, so.
We're mixing.
No. We're not talking about that. No, we didn't believe in the hit.
Okay. Silverwing.
Oh my god, you're dead, gamer. Yeah, that's done. Alright, Philia. Oh my god, you hit. A little too early.
The move that low crushed whiffed on crushing the low.
Oh my god.
For mashing? Alright, what do we do on hit?
No!
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, you actually got an OTG list.
I don't know if this is gonna be a great matchup. Might be a little bit too too rough.
This is
Both
first or
ready
flat
up.
5, right?
Yeah, flat 5.
Alright. It's okay.
If-
If anything, if Silver Ring calls for Uncle, then we'll call it. But they haven't thrown in the towel.
If it's bad this game, I think I'll call it and do another like test lobby.
Alright. Someone told me that the intermediate and SG is a lot more broad than beginner because of how many.
Oh, run strike counter.
Well, what makes intermediate broad is just more so like. How do I put this? For beginners, you can kind of tell because of how like what can you call it? How they do in interactions and neutral things like that. But in intermediate, it gets crazier because. At least for Get Gr8, the way that the system is between intermediate and advanced, the threshold is a lot higher. So, like for example, advanced players would be people like if you guys seen like mixed matches and things like that, would be like Dario, me, Itosha, Sir Yo-Yo himself, Biceps. So it goes broad to that, and then once you get to intermediate, it becomes a lot bigger. Because this game gets a lot crazier.
Yeah,
Alright, so we're banning Raisin Bread.
Yeah, I think. I liked what I saw on hit for Silver Ring. It's just when they're getting hit, I don't think they quite know the anti-mix, so they're just getting.
Yeah, it's very aggressive. Like that's. I don't think they know what to
Alright.
do on that particular side on defense.
Okay.
Don't worry. If anything, we'll look for someone else.
I'll just do the same thing where I'll kind of let you play your game, see how you're doing things, see what I'm looking for, and then start running like a zoning or just run at you and see what your defensive habits are.
I'm
Yeah, I mean-
okay, I'm gonna stop me when I say this. I'm gonna keep it a stat Carol fan. I look at your name right now, and I definitely feel like it's an auto count. I'm gonna be real. But I think I'll know.
Well, I guess Charlie's in here.
I keep guessing wrong. It do be the nature of that.
Okay. Okay, we'll give it a shot. I want to make sure Silver Ring does get some advice, though, so if this is a bad matchup, I will give them the 2 games versus me.
Silver Wing, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot against you versus Charlie over here.
I recognize the name, I just don't remember how Charlie plays.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. The names,
Too many names.
Too many people. Kill them.
Yeah, so Silver Wings definitely a little bit slow and neutral, kind of know what they're doing, but they take a second to think about it, getting used to the speed of the game, that sort of deal. They had a combo, can't remember if they dropped or if they went into mix and it got blocked, so I'll keep an eye out for that. Right, we got the hit.
Wait,
What
a
are we
solo
doing?
fellow? Okay, never mind. No. No sign all.
Heading confirms off our hit. We're running at this
Oh, I
moment.
thought we were gonna get the grab. No, we can stop on in.
So, one thing I will say immediately is you're jumping a lot, but you're not ending up pressing anything. And for Dahlia, it's a bit of... I would encourage you to press more in the air. Dahlia has some disgusting air buttons. Jump light punch, jump heavy punch, jump heavy kick,
jump
all
head.
serve different rules.
Even JMP is also pretty
Yeah,
good.
jump medium kick, or jump medium punch rather, serves a purpose. Get used to identifying which ranges you want to be pressing those at, because
No,
big-
not the drop.
oh, no punish,
No,
sad. Being in the air is a great thing for Dahlia. Just gotta use her buttons while she's there. And if you're unaware, Pummel Horse, that move you're getting hit by, is actually an overhead. It's an overhead hit grab.
Yeah.
Oh, she's small, she's it. Chargeless B and B.
Now we got these. SBO level, and then... No!
Not
I was
quite,
about to say it.
but close.
S-
That's
Oh,
punish.
SBO McGregor! Never mind. We still got the punish. No, the drop.
Time Stone.
No!
Yep, that still catches you in there.
Oh my god, that's still combo. No, we walked forward too fast. Is this punish? Oh, it does. Wow.
Looks like it does. We got the pickup.
What? Oh my god, I don't think we meant for that to side switch.
And we went for the mix afterwards. Okay. Yeah, so... we're still getting a little bit used to some of our combos.
I think this is good. I think this is a fair matchup. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good as long as both of them are fine with it. I think so. Oh, because they're present, I see.
Oh right, there's a CC&D bracket today.
There is.
I was like, why am I getting all these pings?
Neutral, avoided that, you got the punish.
Oh wow! Oh!
Right.
Doesn't work. Punish! No!
They're still in block stun, that's why that 360 didn't work. You have to delay it
Yeah.
slightly. Oh, back dash
Frame
before some
throw.
enters. Got projectiles out. We're zoning a little
Okay.
bit. Assault forward.
Oh no! Unfortunate. Oh my god! Billy autocorrecting. Okay. Oh, we were blocking.
Unfortunate.
We weren't blocking again. No!
They pressed on the way down and got caught.
I didn't see the counter hit, so.
I didn't see a counter hit, but I definitely heard a button get pressed.
Yeah, I did hear something, but I don't know if that was from lock and load gun or.
That's actually very good. Oh, we are nice.
No, the push.
Yep.
Oh, believe in the hits gamer. There you go.
If
there
you
go,
want
there you go.
to punish air burst, I usually try and hit them before they hit the ground, because usually by the time they've hit the ground.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. That is
All right.
solid.
Yeah. I think we're at the point you're getting pretty close to intermediate. Well, yeah, you're getting pretty close to intermediate. This is still beginner. I forgot. Where I think you're definitely close. You're figuring a couple things in neutral, and I think it's up to you, depending on the day, which advice you want to go for. But I definitely think you've got the routes down, you're figuring stuff out. So for Dahlia, I don't know if this is true for your other characters, we haven't seen it as much. I would start trying to work in mix. I think I saw you try and do it, but the teleport wasn't quite a tight enough setup. For the Squiggly, I'd start thinking about not necessarily getting a full charge combo, although if you want to put the time into that, that would be a good use of your time. But getting used to at least using a charge and on block, using charged stancels to keep yourself a bit safer. They usually just end up being better than uncharged stancels on block, and I see you kind of doing that. So both can work. One just ends up being a lot better.
Oh, the counter? I didn't
Nice
even see the
counter.
counter happen.
We got the route. This won't kill, so what's our mix? Yeah. So we're going a lot into full B&Bs when it's not going to kill. And that was about the part of you learning the game that we'd recommend is figuring out getting mix in there. It's like recognizing your damage numbers. Okay, this won't kill. I need to go into something to reset.
Not even just also that as well too. It's just also being able to recognize where you're at Undizzy, where you need to start resetting as well.
But it's getting there. Oh, Yep, that is strike invuln. Not pressing quite fast enough to confirm.
No!
Hit. Backdash.
Oh my god, I saw life happen.
Quickly 2 light kick is a great button. That's a quick combo.
Okay.
Wait, did we push block that right?
I don't think so. I mean, even then, if you wanted to play it safe, you can stun AC.
Yeah. No, I was more just. I thought I would expect them further away. I will say.
Wait. Let's go.
Good. Yep. I will say, be careful ending your combos in Dragon Bite if you want to go into SBO after, because sometimes on the majority of the cast, they'll be too thin. And the SBO... I'll let you do it, because the first 2 games were not much.
Yeah. That was good. Are there still a lot of people playing it online? Yes, sir. You already know. We got tournaments going on after this.
Daily players, I think, is the Steam analytics for the game.
I don't pay attention to the Steam analytics. I pay attention on who's on QM.
You can do quarter circle forward light kick instead. I think that usually tends to work out better. If you haven't used Silver Cord in your combo, you can also just do Silver Cord into something.
Like you did like a jab reset into like stance nonsense.
Oh, went for the counter. That happens.
Oh,
up goes for the read and the 360.
Oh my god, damage. Alright, let me see it. No, not the cat.
I mean, we taunted, so we're gonna get it. Good reaction.
No, not again! Oh, too slow. Okay.
Got the push block off.
Okay,
punish that?
No, no, punish!
Yep.
Oh, I like the attempt. I like the idea there. I like the idea. Ooh,
Jump
okay,
punish.
No!
Not quite fast enough. That happens.
It does happen.
Counter hit. We're pressing some.
They're blocking.
They're blocking.
Oh. No! Push! No! Too slow! Oh my god, are you dead? Okay, I was about to say.
Dynamo might have actually killed there.
Good
cancel. Yeah, so I think for Silverwing, biggest things to be thinking about are implementing mix. It is, honestly, the big things was trying to recognize faster when you can punish things. So there's really big tells. So like if you block SSJ or you block Dynamo or you block
must be
like double car. Like, those are the things that give you 10 years to think about, okay, what they just did is unsafe and there's nothing they can do to save it, barring DHCs, but that's further down the line.
Yeah, I'm making...
Yeah, because of the first 2 games, we'll cut it there just for the sake of time. But yeah, so implementing mix, working on punishing things, so when you're blocking stuff like Bella's battle butt, when you're blocking things like Dynamo, when they whiff a 360, the giant command throw super, when you're blocking Pommel Horse, the overhead hit grab, all of those are incredibly unsafe on block, and so once you deal with them, your immediate thought should be, how can I hit them as fast as possible? Lights will get you the least damage for the counter hit, but they're the, oh crap, I need to do something quick and do it. Once you've gotten a little bit more comfortable recognizing that stuff, and so again, if you're like blocking SSJ or Dynamo and you have a ton of time to think about the punish, and you know it's unsafe, that's when you can go, okay, I'm going to start with a heavy button. I'm going to heavy counter hit them. Even if you don't have a full route, it's still just an extra like 500 damage. It's a significant chunk of damage to start your hit off with. So recognizing the counter hits and recognize when things are unsafe is a big deal. Mix. I can't remember well enough about your push blocks if I want to tell you to push block more.
I also cannot.
I think you were just getting counter hit more so than blocking things.
Yeah, I think it was just more. I think they try to do the preemptive push block. I think that's the only thing that I can think of. Like if they did get counter hit or something.
But other than that, is there anything really important? Also, if you have any questions, Silverwing, let us know as well, because we'll try and get those. Anything else on the checklist?
I need to learn Dahlia mix and combos.
That's a step in the process.
Yeah, there's. Or you say it, I say it. Who go?
You can go. Yeah.
Okay, Silverwing, for Dahlia mix and combos, people that I would recommend checking out, and that they have video. Well, for the most part, they have video. Ray Mercury, they got some stuff up on their YouTube channel that has a Dahlia mix that you can implement into your combos. So there's stuff like that. There's people that you can reach out to in the Get Gr8 server. I know Juicebox is working on Dahlia mix stuff that you can get some ideas from. You can also reach out to Hinze, CCND member. He's also been doing some Dahlia mix that you can also check out with him to get some ideas. Those two and Get Gr8 are definitely open to helping other players out. So if you have any questions that are, like you said, any other mix that are not hard knockdown mix, on those Oki situations, you can definitely reach out to them and they can provide you the sauce, as they might say. But if you're looking for more like video stuff and get some other ideas, check out YouTube. On YouTube, check out Ray Mercury. He does, or I don't know what their the nouns are, but they do have videos on it. So if you need more of an idea and other mixes and other compilations in terms of combos and little things like that.
And then other than that, I think a little bit of consistency. All of your characters, drops happen. I drop all the time. Ruby drops all the time.
I have never dropped a combo. How dare you?
But getting them more consistent can never hurt. Just a little bit more time whenever you're like, I feel like touching SG for like 5 minutes. Go in a training lobby, grind it out for just a little bit, and then you're like, okay, made a little bit of progress. I learned something. And then go on with your day. That sort of deal. As well as, specifically for adding new combos, I would recommend you start messing with squiggly charge stuff. I think that will unlock another layer of squiggly that you're not quite used to yet, because I noticed you are still almost exclusively using a charged combo. It's good for starting off, but I think you're getting to the point where you can explore a little bit and start feeling out other things Squiggly has to offer. But you're getting there. I definitely think, like, if you wanted to, you could sign up for intermediate. Like, I think you're definitely just on the line, so whichever side you want to sign up for is up to you. Just need to do it in matches? Yeah. Go into matches with the intent to practice it. That's how you'll get it done. I think if you're practicing it already, you're on that. So glad to hear you're already on the steps.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Dotabag, Sonic Fox, MP Game, they're players that have been playing. Oh, also, if you can't catch the other Dahlia players, there's also Random Rock, also known as Yeen. So you can also reach out to them. Yeah, Trashing. So you can also ask them for Dahlia stuff too.
And Chef Boy.
Chef Boy. And if you guys really need other matches to look, I'm not gonna shill, but also on my YouTube you can see those matches too. Oh, who said that? The voices. Oh, nice. Bisho and Kathy. Alright,
yeah, Kathy said they'll be here in just 1 minute. Okay. How many?
It wasn't my phone. Alright. Squiggly Misfortune Eliza. Okay, and okay, so you got one player, I have the other player. I played GGST. Oh my god, I guessed horribly wrong. I was like, nah, this doesn't feel like it'd be freaking Guilty Gear neutral or anything like that. Tekken, I could definitely see it.
I mean, they've just played a lot of fighting games in general. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But the way that they were playing neutral, I could definitely understand it for Tekken and Melty. But I don't see it for a Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, I know that's something. I would have thought at least A hits a Street Fighter. Sad. Capybara. Alright. Alright, gamers. Let's get it out. Hopefully connection is not too bad.
Yeah. Kathy already knows, but this is just a reminder to everyone in chat. This is not Ethernet locked. We allow players with Wi-Fi in, if possible. We know it isn't for everyone. If possible, highly recommend getting an Ethernet, a wired connection, because the better the quality of the matches you're playing, the better advice we can give. Because the more of like y'all playing with intent comes through rather than just random occasional rollbacks. But again, completely understand it is not possible for everyone. So Wi-Fi is still welcome here.
Just know that even though we allow Wi-Fi, I will still give you the stink eye.
Toxic. Right.
No, I can allow them. Okay. Oh, we're running brass on this. Okay.
Yep. Brass, get charge.
Alright. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Especially with brass, your routing changes a lot more. No, use those buttons. They can definitely burst off through this.
No, that's proximity, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
no.
IPS.
Yeah, after the. Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely seeing a little bit of kind of just swinging from MISO and it's getting beat up.
Okay.
Bro. Do you know if they had any hype for that grab?
For which grab?
The one they snapped from.
No, they did because they taunted prior.
Okay. Would recommend thinking about doing a side swap.
Side switch.
Yeah, side swap before the snap because you keep the corner, and the corner lets you do some silly things.
Okay. Okay, we broke the armor.
No. Messed up the stencil. That happens.
Ooh.
And get caught by Kathy pressing a lot of armor. So that's a thing to take note of. ISO is. This is intermediate, so you're not only thinking about your game plan, but you're kind of trying to start focusing on what your opponent's doing as well. Utilizing a lot of armor. They're utilizing brass, and they're going chairless and just pressing to heavy punch a lot. So ways to beat that, obviously brass changes things a little bit, but for normal armor, you can sweep it. You don't get a combo afterwards, but you still get a chunk of damage. You can throw them for it. It'll beat it in startup, and you can get a combo out of that. You can also avoid it or block it and punish it because it's unsafe. Oh, we swapped assists.
We saw the assist and the order.
Team order, yep.
Okay, we got our basic zoning going.
Paiso is looking for getting around stuff.
Oh, there's the whole shit.
Yeah. Doing a good job getting through the garbage and just running. Yeah.
Oh, you had the right idea.
Yeah.
That. I wonder which Phoenix we're running. I'm shocked that smoked it.
And we're doing a pretty good job not overextending into the beat extend as well.
Yeah.
So the neat thing about dealing with Peacock zoning is oftentimes she can't really combo off of the projectiles, at least easily, so if you want to save a character, you usually can just raw tag, especially Eliza tag just comes in, gets hit, and then all of a sudden she just stands there. Okay, hey man. A way to deal with.
Where are we going?
a deal with a character almost about to die. Do not do this if Lenny is on the screen, because she can then reaction Argus and get a full combo that kills your characters.
Yeah.
Right, we're in.
Oh, no.
Medium punch.
Oh, we were ready
And
for the hard tag.
Okay.
Alright. I'm sure. Yep. Restand. No, you already used LTG Gamer. Oh my god. No hard knockdown. H chair. Arm. Let Argus. Lenny? No, I'm wrong button. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. You're not making it through, Gamer.
Did that chip out? That looks like it just hit her.
No, I don't. I think they stopped blocking.
Yeah. To quickly address the question in chat, and I think I said this while in the matchups. Don't feel pressured to lock into anything right now. People with 3,000 hours in this game still change their team. Like, nothing's a hard commitment. Just play what you enjoy, and you'll get there. If that means playing a duo, and you don't feel like playing a trio, that'll work. You can play basically anything up until, like, top 16, top 8 of major level tournaments, and even then you can still kind of make it work. Just look at Race, Wing Zero, the old tag. That being said, we'll get back to it. Nice, great job avoiding all of the garbage. You're doing...
What is the other assist that we're running? Because I know we're running Spiral, but what's Skullgirls
I don't know,
assist?
actually.
Because at least that way you can get the lockdown going, but I don't know what the assist is.
We're doing a really good job avoiding everything. We're just not quite pressuring after when the Peacock needs to scramble away from you. So we're doing the hard part, and we just need to put on the finish details.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. That happens.
Ugly. No. We're trying to go for grabs a lot. Oh!
For a grab himself.
I think if we were a little bit faster, we actually could have got it. Oh. You're still fine. Block it, block it, block it, block it, block it. Alright, cool.
That has to be speed.
I think it is HP. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, we gotta move forward. Sorry, we're starting to move forward. We're getting there.
Actually, since you know this better, how good is going for Sing?
Item drop and an H Forge both hit you out of it. So it can... If you have a forward moving assist, it can help. Doing it raw is a bit sketchy.
Oh, oh my gosh, we almost got lucky.
Dealing with this, they teleport in. Oh, yep, we... So just getting caught.
No pickup because no OTG. Oh my god. Alright, what's the mix? Nice!
All the matches are flat 5, for the record. Destroy.
Flat 5 today. A little too high.
We
blocking?
These.
Okay, but Leonard.
Oh, I would not push with that.
Okay, what's the plan? Okay. We gotta hit them.
Yeah.
Break them open. Crack them open.
If you want a suggestion, Biso, you might want to mess around a little bit more with pressing your heavy buttons. Stand heavy punch is criminal with how far it goes.
Less?
That actually caught both. Okay.
Okay, so we do know a full B&B.
Snap. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
That happens. Okay, so knowing a full B&B is great. Getting into intermediate, the next step is kind of understanding how happy birthday combos work and what you might need to change for that. Going into Horus, the bird insurance is liable to drop on different size characters. I was kind of surprised it worked there. And then the sweep timing is going to be different for different weights. So if you want to make it much more universal, I'd probably catch them with 2 medium kick instead. But these are things, just the more you play, the more you'll pick up on, the more you'll understand, okay, I need to do this so garbage like that doesn't happen and things just break. Yeah, we're getting in. We got the hit. Headless? Nope, we're just getting Yoki. Bop, bop, bop. And getting caught by these Bayo tags. It's something you just gotta get used to. That happens.
Yeah, I'd say sure. Oh my god. There we go. No, no pickup. No, we don't have the multi-hit for it. Think you're too high? Yeah. Oh my god. We know
So yeah, as I said earlier, you probably could have raw tagged to Eliza there to try and keep the cat alive, but
yeah.
sometimes you just accept the character dying and say I'll play with the next two. Because raw tagging is always going to be a risk. If they read you doing it, it's...
They can definitely just smoke your character for free.
But, yeah. So...
what's the plan here? Oh yeah,
no,
we pushed like early. Yeah. Okay. Just, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're getting through. It's just once we're close, they're calling their assists when we're not really able to deal with it.
Yeah.
When you get in the range that threatens them to call an assist,
What?
I would recommend you wait a sec and then call your own assist, so it hits their assist and you can kind of pressure behind it for free.
Oh, punish! No punish! Oh my god.
Went for cheeky, but that is something to go for every now and again. I think we talked about earlier where trying to think about what your opponent's doing. Kathy is constantly pressing, so that usually won't work as well versus a player like that. Right, we kill. Good recognition of damage. That didn't...
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yep, they can press armor. AO?
Oh. Goodbye, Bayo.
So...
the incoming?
Unfortunate. That being said, Kathy,
that.
you are pressing a lot.
Yeah, we kind of have to. Well, no, you could have definitely super jump from that. In between.
Oh, unfortunate. If you were up top, I think you would have been good to go into Sekhmet. I think you would have been above it. Otherwise, you might have just wanted to air dash and stall out until the very end.
Actually, I was gonna say, I wonder if you could, if you were close enough for Neckbat to reach.
I'd never trust that super. It has no invuln on startup, and it doesn't have an invuln after it goes through as well. That it might be worth a shot.
I was thinking that, like after the super jump from the beam, that's what I mean. It's just like
it might be worth a shot, but I can also very easily see that going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we've talked about this already, Kathy, but you just like pressing a lot, and I think it will do you well to just tone that down slightly. Take a breath, think about the situation of the game, think about how often you've pressed an armor in their face. I'll take the head off, and raw tag. We're choosing a lot of incredibly unsafe defensive options and just not quite getting punished for it yet. But
or if you want to pick up on it,
the more you go for it, the more you will get punished for it. And so, Biso, what I was talking about there, when you did a really good job double jumping away from the B extend, that's a good time for you to like try and call an assist, to just use your assist to hit theirs. This isn't quite a dead character, but it's a full combo, unfortunate. Good house.
Ooh! Okay, block. Nice!
That works. Pressure in the corner.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh no, pick up! That is unblockable. Well, quote-unquote unblockable. You have to jump it. Okay, we had the idea. American? Oh, a little too far. I did like the idea to try to chip.
Okay. Oh, you can press 2 light kick after that. Every time you block M-Bank, it's your turn. And they're free.
We gotta close that gap.
So, for you, Biso, I think you've got to get a little bit closer and then start swinging. Fortune has some really good buttons to press. A lot of your characters do. Getting close enough to be in your jab range is really good. 2 light kick is incredibly good. Heavy punch is slower, but 5 heavy punch can do some work.
God, what is happening?
I think you just got to get a feel for your ranges and when you want to be pressing stuff. Because it looks like you're swinging and you're not quite hitting things just yet. So a bit more time, and I think we'll get there. As well as you are getting hit a lot just on wake up by so I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to do, but I would focus on blocking. Or if you're afraid of the throw, up the back, because that still deals with throws.
I don't think there's enough to kill.
Yeah, but we still get a whole combo.
But do we know the combo? I don't think we know the combo.
Nope.
Give her with it.
Yeah, just so there. So yeah, all eyes on this matchup.
Unless,
oh, you know.
Unless.
Okay. Yeah, tag. All eyes on this matchup can go for navigating the zoning. She can use both to try and get through some garbage, and then, as you just did, you can also use the sewer grab. Those are definitely tools to try and use. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough match. P zoning is always really annoying to get used to.
Alright, that's how I gotta dip.
Alright, take care.
Sorry.
No worries. Thank you. Yeah, looks like you had a good idea of what to look for. If you want more resources on how to deal with P zoning, I can direct you towards them. Otherwise, you were doing a good job. I think you just need to get a little bit closer and just start swinging. Force them to block something, and I think you'll feel a lot better. Because you're just pressing a bit in neutral, and it's like, it's just barely not hitting them. And you're getting them a little bit afraid, but when you are able to space it just a little bit closer and just force them to block things, that's when I think it'll start feeling a lot better. Because you got through the hard part of the zoning, and then you just couldn't quite hold the peacock down. So think about that. Think about spacing, and think about using your assist to countercall. I think those were the biggest things I could take away from that. And then for Kathy, overall, the zoning did a lot of work. I'm going to keep berating you, even though it works in some of your matches. Consider how unsafe you're being. All of these raw tags are all going to start getting punished. A lot of this armor is going to start getting thrown or just stuffed by multi-hits. Yeah. Didn't get to see much rock, paper, scissors band neutral. Don't know if that's just because we didn't see as much band, but I'll take that as forward progress. Things are going good. Hello, Shion. And any reset, throws included, will give you back OTG. So yeah. If you can combo into the throw, so like if you stagger into the throw, it won't give you back OTG, but anytime you start a new combo, you will get your OTG back. For the most part, yeah. ISO. There's layers to it, but again, you can up back in this game, and it will. The way up backing works in this game, it will put you in free block if they have a move and startup coming out. So you will still be able to block during your jump squat if you are still if you're holding block during your jump, which up back does automatically. And if they go into a throw, you won't be in pre-block, so you'll be in your jump squat and they can't throw you. Certain thing to know. So now we got Wonder Chef versus Zillow. And I know Zillow was talking specifically about their game plan, so I will try and keep an eye on that. We got a Wonder Chef in here. Let's try and get a Zillow. Let's go. Alright, we're getting on. Who the heck? Yeah, Ruby said they were only going to be here for a little bit. So, entirely sure why Charlie's in here, but as long as they don't ready up, I guess we don't really have a problem. Dealing with the zoning. Just run at them. It's the zoner. Good movement. Getting push blocked out. Dealing with that. We run her into the corner. What do we do with it? Almost got the bypass. It's a good tool to know. I wouldn't over-rely on it in this matchup, so I'll keep an out for that. Oh, if you air throw there. You were so close. Oh, you're in. Nice. For Wonder Chef, I think you can be a little bit more disrespectful, especially because you have a DP assist to hide behind. You can start throwing out bombs when they're still a little bit closer to you. Oftentimes they trade in your favor, especially L George, and then if you're setting up bombs behind me, it's really hard for this to do. Unfortunate, Zillow. Good jab. DHC out, cat heads. Great idea. Keep it safe. Get her out. Tried to press after. Got tagged by the jab. Catch the up forward. Dash up throw. Menace has been dealt with. We kill here. Nice. Does that stop? You might be able to react to that with uninstall and win. I don't know how that interaction works, but it's worth testing. Yeah, so Wonder Chef is struggling to get the zoning set up. Zilla's doing a good job letting them down. You can afford to get more buttons out. Heavy Punch kind of just as a free projectile. You can always special cancel it into something reactively. And you have an assist to do all of this behind. Run up and jab and just do it to him. Alright, we're in. It's the mix. Same side mid. Be careful about pressuring by this. Well, if you'll just opt to respect it, fair enough. Bypass in, get the hit. So yeah, if you want to talk about your game plan about forcing them to hold high lows, you're doing things correctly. I would argue just getting them a little bit too far away is obviously bombs are going to make this really difficult for no good reason because they're just on the ground aiding your Clyde. Oh, spent an unnecessary bar. Didn't quite know that would kill. But you're calling Clyde from pretty far out. I think you want to be mid-screen or closer by the time you do it, because otherwise they kind of just run away from it. Right, Clyde gets the hit there. Unfortunate. Good job. Definitely a brave option. Unfortunate drop. And he does neutral hop, air dash in. It's a habit to watch out for. Unfortunate. One air throw. Alright, we got a kill here. This will deal so much damage to the double. Oh, they don't get their DHC. Oh, you can confirm off of that with Pillar of Creation. That was a dead Valentine again. And then for you, Zillow, I'd be fishing for just a chip out with Scalpels. Scalpel heads. Air Scalpels is so incredibly annoying to deal with. And it deals so much chip. I think if you had done that, you probably would have sealed the deal for the game. And get hit by the overhead. Okay. Good work, Chef. But yeah, keep in mind, with bar, there are ways to convert off of jump heavy kick. I think Stinger combos after it anyway, and that might have been enough to kill there. But that's a judgment call for you to know your damage, and I personally don't know, so something to keep in mind. Because it would have been one less bar than Pillar of Creation to get the same kill. Alright. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about by recalling Clyde a little bit too far away. It's an assist you don't really use to control neutral. You kind of already need to have done a bit of work in neutral to get a lot of use out of Clyde. You just want to be close enough for it to be a threat, and then you force them to respect it. Good block on the overhead, good push block. Deal with the zoning, throw out your own projectile. Running away, yeah. Chef, I think one of the biggest things you need to work on is just understanding you don't need to respect people, and you can kind of just throw a lot more than you have been. Heavy bunch is silly. Having a projectile tied to your normal really you just react a lot more than you would be if you were just using bombs as part of your zoning. Okay, that was a good Clyde Calzilla. Gotta iron out some of these routes. Good alpha counter. Get a good chunk of damage on both. It's a bit expensive, but works. Dash up light punch. Nice. Dash up low while they're still recovering. And we're going for mix because we know that wouldn't kill. Oh! Yeah. Not quite keeping track of Undizzy. Really like the use of 2LP. Great awareness. Zillow, both your characters are good in the air. But Annie and P both have great ways of dealing with people in the air. So you have some decent ground approaches as well. I'd try and dash up low a little bit more. I think you're planting yourself firmly in the air and it's pretty easy to block that. Obviously, with Valentine, if you have Clyde, it's not as bad because you have technically an aerial low with your assist. But keep that in mind. You can't just dash up and low them or dash up throw them. It's harder versus P because of the grounded projectiles, but it is an option. Approaching on the ground for P is key to some of her zoning patterns anyway, so look for that. Tech forward, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going out. Yeah, so we're doing a lot of things like we're a Wonder Chef, we're teleporting. Other things, it's just taken a bit longer than I think is necessary to get the zoning pattern going. Running forward, it's a neat way to mix up the zoning pattern, but you don't really have to. You can kind of just force them to slog through everything. And it probably is about time for you to think about using M item defensively to start just making approaching you that much more annoying. And Dizzy's full, got caught backdashing. Could be both characters dead. Oh. Ooh, that raw tag. Raw tag could have gotten punished. Snap, I agree. Get her in here, kill her. Yep, we had already used OTG. They anti-air us. It's one of the reasons why I suggest you stay on the ground a little bit more. They probably tried to anti-air you there too, but not time. They weren't quite fast enough. Go for a mix. I think we needed one more mix there, but this should definitely kill. Nice. And I'll try and see if I can get some specific advice for Wonder Chef's Annie, because I don't know if I've been able to think about that as much. But I have a pretty good idea of the points I want to make when I'm wrapping up. But it's looking good. Like what I'm seeing. Some good intermediate gaming. Zoning, deal with that. So, I don't know if these H-bangs are misinputs. You very rarely see them in Peacock zoning patterns. It's like a flavor on top. Because more often than not, being hard committed to that option actually ends up being a detriment. So I'd get used to just zoning with the bombs and item drop and heavy punch. Obviously, if you want to experiment with H-bang, go ahead. But for now, I don't know if I'm seeing it being used all that effectively, so I want you to think about when you're going for it. Okay. Tried to get a bomb out aggressively, they air dashed in at us. Didn't call our assist to do that behind, so it was a bit of a risk. Snap! That is so unfortunate. But that's kind of just understanding how some of your combos work in happy birthday situations, so note it down, keep it in mind for later. Try not to make that same mistake again. Good tag. Arnie's doing... So, this is a strong game plan for Annie, but it's not unbeatable, and when you're predictable, it can get you killed. What I'm talking about is I see you do a decent amount of some sort of jump, more often than not neutral jump or up back, and then you air dash forward after like a second or two. She's got good buttons for approaching like that, but try and mix up your approach options. So I know I had been talking about Silo should experiment with staying a bit more grounded. I think your Annie can too. She has some great grounded buttons. Her 5 medium punch reaches so far and gets confirms at any range. Her 2 light kick and 2 medium kick, especially the 2 medium kick, reach pretty far. Ground dash is pretty slow. Feels bad, but you still can use it. And then obviously if you're staying grounded as Annie, you have your anti-airs. I liked that you were using 2LP in good spots. Thumbs up. Think about it more. And then, so yeah, we talked about for the Peacock, try and think about getting projectiles out a little bit more, especially if you're doing it behind the DP. It's like, you can kind of just throw stuff in their face and half the time it works. The times where it doesn't work, you take note of it, and you're like, okay, I probably shouldn't do this here. So like when you did L George in a spot where the Valentine could just air dash jump medium punch at you, that might not be the best time to do it, because jump medium punch keeps her in the air for long enough to avoid the L George before it walks all the way away. And that's just kind of the library of situations you start learning when you're playing Peacock. It's like, how ignorant can I be? And you can abuse that. Yeah, and then I think there was a couple happy birthday boo-boos for, I know for a fact Chef Boy, I don't remember if it was also for Zillow, but understanding how your routes change for happy birthdays, it's quite important. Y'all are both around that amount of time where it's like, yeah, start figuring this out, get it consistent, and then try and actively think about it when you get the hit. Don't try and autopilot into a default confirm that may or may not for happy birthday combos. Yeah. Yeah, it's fair to get a bit scared versus Valentine. EKG definitely exists. I wish I knew the matchup better to tell you exactly what you're supposed to be looking for. I know there are going to be some windows where they'll fish for it, but yeah, I would definitely ask some other P players, because if you can bait it out, all of a sudden they've just hung themselves. Like that Valentine is on a noose and you're free to hit it if they go for the bypass and it isn't the right read. Yeah, I think the zoning can get out a little bit more, and then again, Zillow, stick on the ground. Valentine's ground dash is pretty fast for a run, and then doubles ground dash is Paradash. It's silly. Just dash up low people. For running your game plan that you want to be running, I'd also suggest try and cover more distance on the ground, and then jump or dash jump at them when you're around mid-screen or even closer, and then while you're doing that, Pulp Glide behind you. Because then it'll be a range where it's basically a threat. Keep in mind when you're doing this, a lot of people will preemptively jump to not even have to deal with that 50-50. And so get used to calling out people with air throws or trying to like catch them with buttons that dragged them to the ground, so while they were jumping, they will get hit by the Clyde after they get restood. That sort of stuff. Those are the next layers to be thinking about when you're running that sort of game plan. Yeah, I think I touched everything I wanted to. If y'all have free questions, please let me know. I will gladly address them. Yeah, I think we're good to try this out. So, ready up, Destroyer, if you want. And we'll see if this works. If not, this will probably be an open lobby for Dopod, which is for intermediate. But we'll see how this goes. Dealing with the zoning. Crossed up. The throw. Heavy counter hit? What do we do with it? Get a little bit of damage in. Doesn't end up adding too much, run into the item drop, get hit. Snap, get rid of the red health, I agree. You don't gotta be afraid of that, Lenny eats all that for you. Beam super kill. Yep. It's pretty rough. Yeah, they're ready up again. We'll see how this match goes, and yeah, I think, okay, Destroyer's on the same page. If it's a bit of a mess, we'll figure out something. I might end up playing, if we can get someone else to play, I'd probably rather do that, because I have a hard time focusing on advice when I'm playing myself, but we'll see. We'll make it work. Yep, getting mixed. They're blocking. Oh, no punish. Get another money out. Commence the zoning. Destroyer, you gotta move forward. I know the bomb's scary, but running backward versus Peacock is only gonna end poorly. That was actually so rude. We're dead. We're just dead. Okay. This is an open lobby for upper intermediate, getting close to like 800 to 1,000 hours. Yeah, no worries, Dovad. If any of y'all are feeling it, let me know. Otherwise, I'll give it like a minute, and then I think I might hop in. Dovad, would you want to play me, or would you rather me try and find someone else? It's up to you. Okay. Give it like a minute if there's anyone who wants to do the open lobby. Otherwise, we'll try and just get the show on the road because the stream's been going for a decent bit. I talk a lot. I talk way too much. I need to get better at being concise. Food for thought, yeah, no. Just vomit multiple sentences. It takes a lot to deal with that. They're a couple layers deep into the Peacock zoning. I could find the anti-Peacock resources after this. Or Ito, if you could do that right now, that would be lovely. But yeah, I think I'll just ready up. Hopefully I can give reasonable advice while I'm trying to deal with this garbage on my end. Hopefully it's... Also, Dovad, yell at me if connection or whatever is an issue. I know I'm streaming and windowed, etc., so it could be iffy.
Let's do an action, you little bitch.
This battle is all in the mind. Action!
Dash blocking. That sucks. Let's go. There we go. Do you know this? That's awkward. We're zoning. We're running forward with the extent. I didn't press up. Okay, we're using defense or beat extend a lot defensively. Good absolute card. Dash up throw, fair enough. We deed seeing out. Okay. Okay, good beat extend. this is getting a feeling it's probably my end. Yep, that's technically a projectile. I forgot to. Oh, wow, why did you wake up and do that? I mistimed my thing, but that is a psychopath answer. Oh, kill me. Wasn't blocking. Nice. Please let me know, double it, if that's unplayable. Definitely got rough at spots. But yeah, so... whatchamacallit? Trying to think. How did he get the hit on the peacock? Yeah, we can keep going if it's not unplayable. I just don't want to put you through that if everything on my end is making it a really bad connection. You weren't having issues? Okay. Might just be entirely me playing in windowed, which would be hilarious. Okay, no, you're doing a really good job of playing patient neutral. I'm not catching you out with any random tricks. But I wasn't super afraid of the zoning. I will say, and I don't know if this is just me, where I see a peacock do M item, I as a Parasol don't feel threatened. It's a very matchup specific thing. But it usually lets me get a shot off. It's so sad. Yeah, we are just quite afraid. Yep. We're struggling to get the Parasol off of you. Makes sense. And kind of just dashing at you. Mashing, mashing. That's almost. Be careful about calling your assist when Parasol has 3 bar. That should have been both your characters dead, I messed up. You go for dash up throw a lot. I will warn you. I've noticed that. Yeah, you're quite scared of me approaching you. Honestly, it's fair. I think one thing I'm doing versus you, and I'm not necessarily doing it intentionally, I think I'm already dashing, like just predicting your push blocks. If you notice me doing that consistently, you can start omitting the push block and try and catch me dashing, because the button's going to come out late if I'm dashing at you.
It all depends on your skill. Showtime.
So I'm holding all this, there's the item drop. Good throw. Forget that just beats. Away. Good bait. Can you salvage this? Nice. Killed me. We throw again. Oh, my push block. Eh. Oh, that trick was missing. Why did that hit her and not... Am I dead? Doesn't go. Why did I call her? I'm dead. Nice. There you go. Seal the deal. Fair enough. Yeah, that was really good. Staying away. What did you change that game? I need to pay more attention to your teleport habits. I can't... Sometimes it just feels like you're sending it trying to catch me with a cross-up rather than using it to bail out of the corner. It's dangerous to do that, just you're putting yourself in a pretty sketchy spot. There's the dash up throw again. Sad. Run forward behind beat extends. Kill here. How do you deal with? Getting my senses. Mix. You are playing incredibly aggressively with a team that can spend a bit more time zoning. So I think when you have the space, I would default to running away to full screen. Because if you run at me like this, you risk this happening. Right. Oh my god! Good cross up. I didn't think that would hit me. Unbang me. Gotta unbang the other reaction there. Good mash. That didn't... I'm so sad. That's not SPO. Okay, yeah. Alright, well-timed cross up there. The throw was a bit scary. Might have lost you the game. I messed up in the panic as well, so ended up being alright. Do think you can default to zoning a little bit more. Obviously there you were stuck. You were just trying to play the stall.
Don't screw this one.
The gorilla fate is yearning. Let's rock.
I didn't get my second heavy punch. I'm limited. Go. That's not how this works. Dash and throw. Take it confirm. Eesh. It's a very dangerous one. Careful about the mashes. Getting off of this for the read. It's a good A-train. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot. You gotta spend all this bar to kill me though. And it doesn't quite kill me with that. Action. Okay. Good rounds. I really like those space presses. That was such a smart decision. Yeah, no, you're doing a lot of things really well. So, the Peacock... I definitely, I'm most comfortable with that matchup on the Parasol. You're doing a lot of things really well. I would argue... I still like to argue M-Item isn't as good versus Parasol. Other Ps probably might disagree. I think it really depends on player matchup, but it lets me get a tier on you more often than not, so you have to be really paying attention to not getting that on you. Whenever I play versus Triv, while he's in the middle of all of his zoning, he is trying so hard to not let me get a tier on him. He's using 2 light kick all the time to avoid shots. If I'm ever doing H-toss, he's immediately already moving away from it before the toss even lands on him. It frees you up a lot. I don't know if you noticed whenever you had a tier on you, and it was usually 2, all of a sudden you call beam and I have a chance to detonate, and it kind of messes with your zoning pattern a little bit. All of a sudden I get to move forward, your assist's on cooldown, and I'm kind of just running at you for a little bit. Zoning the other 2 characters was looking really good. I was not doing a good job getting through to that. I struggle at dealing with the teleport stuff. I don't know how unsafe some of the things you were doing, but I was definitely blocking it the majority of the time. The Robo, I would argue, is a bit too aggressive. You do have a beat extend behind you, but when you would repressure without the beat extend, or you put yourself in a situation where I might be able to hit both of them, like if I had Eliza level 3, there were a couple of times I probably should have done it, in all honesty. I was being way too patient with you. Keep that in mind, because it's like if you have me locked in the corner and then you're choosing to be aggressive, I would argue do it once or twice in a set, definitely, like catch people off guard, but I would highly argue make your default be the boring good zoner that Robo is. Just back away, get space, and be pesky from a distance. I really liked a lot of what I was saying with the band. Again, those space brasses were doing a lot of work. You went for a couple of reads, but they were all right. Like, I can't be mad at you going for A-Train and neutral, because the 1 or 2 times you did, it worked. It was correct. You had a really good read of when I like to repressure with jump. Yeah. I don't know if I can tell you to up forward all that much, because a lot of what I was doing would beat up forward, I think. Obviously the set's a bit of a blur in my head. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at punishing. Do you have any specific questions about that set? Because I'd probably be able to answer them if you thought you saw something that I might not have touched on. What else was there? Oh no, I mean, you're just playing good solid SG, man. When you could kill, you killed. Yeah, just shoot me a ping. Hopefully it's somewhat intelligible. I wish I was better at giving advice while I was playing, but my brain don't work that way. But yeah, on that note, I believe that's it for us tonight. I will get the video playing, and I think throwing y'all at CCND, so y'all have that to look forward to. But it's been a couple hours. Appreciate all y'all for showing up. I hope this helped. Again, if there's anything we may have missed or anything you did not understand, please ping us, let us know, and we will try and address it within the next couple of days. This is to help y'all learn, so if it's not working, we ain't doing our jobs, and we want y'all to help improve. That's the whole reason we host this. So yeah, catch y'all next week. There is CC&D going on right now. I'll be shooting y'all towards that. Y'all know the usual brackets throughout the week. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Here's the combo.
Hey.
you finished this. They died.
That's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but
Yeah.
We got Abomination.
It's like we have some bombos, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.